Hey, this is Randy at Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial insurance, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 75-year-old male. Now, first things first, you can go directly to our website and access this quote. We've got it on pretty much every page. You fill the state out that you live in. You just select that state. We're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. And you click the coverage amount. And you put your birthday, and it will take you to a page that's got exact rates from all the different insurance companies. You can play around with coverage amounts. You can find out exactly what you want, and we can help you qualify for that. Now, the first thing you need to understand when looking for $10,000 worth of life insurance or final expense insurance, whatever it is, for a 75-year-old male, is you got to understand, is that enough insurance for your needs? Now, if you're looking at getting cremated, that $10,000 is going to be enough for sure. The average cost of cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn. Now, if you're going to have some sort of celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, it's probably going to be $3,500, $4,500. And, $10,000 is going to be more than enough to cover that. So if you've got an existing $10,000, stop watching the video. You're in good shape. Now, if you were just looking for insurance and your budget was tight, we would probably say, hey, just get $5,000 for right now. That'll cover, if you're just looking at coming home in a cardboard box or an urn, that'll cover you for just many, 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 many years. You won't have to worry about inflation for a long time. If you're looking at a little ceremony with that cremation, you might want to look at like $5,000, maybe $7,000, even $8,000 or something like that. But again, don't go crazy. You don't want to overinsure. You don't want to say, hey, I want $25,000 because I want to give money to my kids and all that other stuff. If you've got enough money, that's fine. But, most people we help are on a fixed or limited income, and we really try to keep the premiums low for them. Now, if you're getting a burial, $10,000 is enough right now. You pretty much walk into any funeral home in the United States with a $10,000 check. They'll get it taken care of for you. Just understand, it's not going to be anything fancy, not at $10,000. So if that's what you have right now, that's good. Now, the thing is if you're 75, you would probably like to live to age 80 or 85. But the thing is, if you're age 75 right now, you'd probably like to live to age 80 or 85. And if you do live that long, that $10,000 is not going to be enough probably anymore due to inflation, just increasing the price of things. So probably would be wise to maybe look at $12,500, $15,000, whatever that would be, just to kind of inflation-proof your policy. But again, if all you can afford is $10,000, get $10,000 right now. That will protect your family. God forbid something happen sooner than later. But again, we typically wouldn't recommend getting $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. It's just, for most people's budget, that doesn't make sense. Now, we help people strictly with first day coverage or benefits. We get same day low cost approval. So you absolutely want to get first day coverage. And a lot of people would say, first day coverage, I know that's got health questions. I've got health problems. I'm not going to qualify. And I just want to let you know, 95% of the people we help qualify for first day coverage. So we work with enough different insurance companies that God forbid something happens health-wise, that you're covered. Now, the only reasons why we wouldn't be able to get you first day coverage is if you had something really significant going on, like you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away, within 12 months, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. Wouldn't be able to get you first day coverage with anything like that. But other than the really serious stuff, we've got a great track record of getting people first day coverage. The other thing that'll happen sometimes is we'll have somebody call up and say, hey, we had a family member die this last week and their body's down at the funeral home and they didn't have insurance and we don't have any money and we need to get this insurance really quickly because the funeral home wants the money to take care of everything. And we have to let them know that, unfortunately, there's no insurance company in America that will issue a policy on a dead person. So it's a really sad situation. And the person that died actually put their family in a terrible situation. And now they're just scrambling, kind of grasping for solutions. And there is no solution. Once you're dead, you're not getting this insurance. So the only thing you can do at that point is just learn from their mistakes and, get this type of policy before you need it. Now, the one thing we don't recommend is those 2-year waiting period policies. So let's go look at a 2-year waiting period policy. So Colonial Penn is probably one of the most heavily advertised 2-year waiting period policy, that $9.95 plan. And a lot of people, especially 75-year-old males, are going to see that and go, oh, I'm going to be able to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for only $9.95. En contraire, nothing could be further from the truth, unfortunately. So yeah, Colonial Penn's got the $9.95 per unit. It is a 2-year waiting period policy. Some of the other 2-year waiting period companies out there, like Mutual of Omaha, they're United of Omaha products, a 2-year waiting period. AIG, Gerber, there's a whole bunch of other ones. And a lot of those companies have done a really good job of getting people to believe that the only thing that people can qualify for and what they absolutely have to accept is a plan with a 2-year waiting period. Nothing could be further from the truth. We help people with nothing but first day coverage. So let's take a look at some pricing here. Colonial Penn, male age 75. What is 1 unit? Let's kind of look at that. 1 unit's $9.95. 1 unit of coverage would only get $549. That's not even enough for a cremation. Man, that might not even buy the matches for the furnace. I don't know. But certainly not enough for cremation, not enough for a burial. You walk into a funeral home with a $549 check, all proud because you're paying only $9.95, and they're not going to talk to you, unfortunately. Well, they may talk with you, but they can't do it. Just so let's take a look here. Now, we've got, the problem is when you get older with Colonial Penn, you get less coverage even with the units. So we've got to play around. Let's try to get as close as we can to $10,000. They max out at 15 units. Let's see what that is. Oh, so the max you can get at Colonial Penn for a 75-year-old male is 15 units. That'd be $149, and it would only buy $8,235. So you can't even get $10,000 at age 75. So let's go over and look at our quoter here, and let's change it to 10,000. And we've got male, 75 years old. Let's click on this. Again, we're going to come back here. This is roughly $150 for 8,000. And we can actually get first day coverage here. That's 140, so 150. This is 9658. A great company. We work with them. Level coverage means first day coverage. And again, this is $10,000 right here. So $10,000 for a 75-year-old male is roughly $100. We go to Colonial Penn, roughly $150. So $50 more for almost $2,000 less coverage. So $50 more a month. You'd be overpaying $600 a year. If you live another 10 years up to age 85, you'll overpay $6,000 for Colonial Penn, and you'll only have an $8,000 policy instead of a $10,000 policy. So just be aware of your options out there. And boy, if you qualify for first day coverage, get first day coverage. If you need help with that, just reach out to us at Funeral Funds of America. Let's look at a couple other insurance companies here. Try to find companies that advertise quite a bit. Let's take a look here. Oh, here we go. Lincoln Heritage. So Lincoln Heritage, they're a fine company, level coverage, first day coverage, but their pricing tends to be high, $125. And the reason is they've got a plan that when you pass away, they will call 2-3 different funeral homes and try to get the best pricing. They do some other stuff too, but you end up paying for it. So roughly $125. And this is, I'm just going to round the numbers, roughly $100. So that's $25 or more a month. That's $300 more a year. That's $3,000 more after 10 years. So they're going to call a few different places and maybe do a couple other things, and it's going to cost $3,000. And most people would think that that's maybe a little bit expensive. So what we recommend and what we help people with, we've got a funeral and estate planning guide where you can just plan everything for after you're gone. And that way you just keep it with your insurance policy. And when you do pass away, your family's got access to all that information. You've let them know exactly what you want done, where things are supposed to go here and where things are supposed to go there. And their hearts will be filled with love, knowing that you cared enough about them well in advance to take care of this so that they didn't have to worry about it after you died. And it's totally free. We offer that as a free service. We'll get that to you free, whether you get a policy through us or not. Let's see, any other companies out here. Well, you'll be able to see all these different insurance companies out there. Lumico, we see them once in a while. First day coverage, 109 versus 96. So $10 more a month, $120 more a year, $1,200 more after 10 years. If you live 20 years, $2,400-ish. So yeah, just don't spend more than you have to. And we can certainly help you out with that. So if you are looking for insurance, or you want to add coverage to an existing policy, or you just want to price shop your current policy, see if there's a better deal out there, just reach out to us. Our phone number is 888-862-9456. You can fill out our quote or just double check pricing and everything there. But regardless, we look forward to helping you out with this. And, when that day comes, just reach out to us. And we can't wait to talk with you and help you out with this. Until that day comes, you take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.